Hello, everybody. I never get tired of hearing that intro. Thank you so much, Joel Felsenstein, Rockstar X. Can't wait to be on your show with you and Mac in the beginning of March. But today we are on Stand Up for Change. You know what that means. We're going to be talking to a change leader today. We're going to be talking to somebody you are going to want to get to know. This gentleman to my right, could be your left, depending on how your screen is. His name is James Valentine. He is the Ascension coach. He is a 3-time author. He's working on his 3rd book, The Journey to Ascension. He is voted in the top 5 of business coaches in Las Vegas. He is a public speaker, a motivational public speaker. He is a buddy that I can't wait to meet in person. Fantastic guy. Let's give it up. James Valentine in the house, people.
Thank you, Chason. I always.
We just learned how to bring that in and out like that. Do you see that subtlety? Like it fade in, fade out with the clapping. We just learned that today. I don't know.
Wow.
Wow. Welcome to the show, man.
Thank you. But Chason, you're more of a brother than a business friend, and I love you. I love when I see people applaud you and celebrate you, because I'm like, yes, he deserves all of that.
You are too kind, my friend. You are too kind. My wife is already in the house. She was all propped up. She's on YouTube. Just take nice. Jody, thank you so much. Appreciate that.
Hi, Jody.
Oh my goodness. So we're going to dive in. The way I do this is we start out with a simple question in the very beginning. It's simple for most people, but it can get complicated. If people are following you and you have a ton of followers, they think they know you, they're following your path, they've watched, they've been to your website, they've read some of your books. What's one thing you're willing to share, personal or professional, that they may not know?
Fun fact, okay?
Fun fact is great.
I'll give you 2 fun facts. I am afraid of heights, but I've jumped out of airplanes, and I cannot swim, and I've gone snorkeling for 1.5 seconds, of course, but
yeah,
I still got it.
Wow. Now I can swim, but I don't like diving and getting into deep water. I like to be able to see the water, have it be clear, and I don't like it above my waist. I'm really weird because I grew up with all the Jaws movies. I'm fascinated by sharks and other other animals in the sea, and I'm deathly afraid of heights. And I'm never jumping out of an airplane. I love that, man. Yeah. Oh, that's crazy. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. My wife says hello. Can't wait for all you guys to meet. Can't wait to be. She wants to go to Vegas so bad anyway, so it's like perfect.
Oh, come on. Yes, I meet at least 20 to 30 people a year. I feel like Vegas is like the hub. It's like everybody eventually comes to Vegas. Yeah.
And here's the crazy thing. We were there when we were moving. I guess we were going to Arizona, and we stayed the night. And at that time we had our 2 older dachshunds with us. Mm-hmm. We left them in the hotel room. We were in a hotel that allowed dogs. We left them in the hotel room. We went to dinner because we had asked the front desk, and so we go to dinner. We haven't even been there 15 minutes, and they call us from the hotel. People are complaining about our dogs barking, and we had to leave. And that's the closest we came. We had a view of the skyline, and being in Las Vegas, we could see it all. We could see the strip and everything where this restaurant was. And we were going to go down there, and then we had to go back because of the dogs.
No, my goodness.
Oh, my goodness. So, you know what? Let's dive in. Let's talk about this.
Okay.
You are called the Ascension coach, but let's dive into your journey. Like, who are you? Who is James Valentine, and why should people get to know you?
Well, you know, always, only thing I could ever tell you is about a role that I play, right? Like I'm a coach, like you said, I'm a speaker, I'm a healer. But at my essence, I am connected to the divine. I am I'm someone who embodies care and concern, embodies a sense of peace and what I like to call my I amness, my God self. And so everything that pertains to divine is who I am. Now, on the surface level, where we talk about being human and all that kind of stuff, I've been doing this for almost, next year will be 30 years in personal development. I've come through religion, I've come through the mental health field, and I think it's been about 10, 12 years as a coach, and just really doing the same thing for 30 years, Chason, having one-on-one conversations, deep one-on-one conversations with people, and also standing before large crowds and hopefully sharing something of value that they can take back with them that would help change their life.
That's awesome. And I knew from the very first conversation, and it was supposed to be like 30 minutes. We're just gonna have a coffee chat. Yeah. I think we were on there for a little over an hour, and we finally were like, okay, we're gonna have to just do another conversation. It was so awesome. It was like we were brothers from another mother we were just like reconnecting. It was fantastic. But so, you know what? You decided to become a coach and a speaker and to help people through their journey. What does that look like? Where do you begin? Yeah. And what do you do?
Yeah, it's funny because someone reached out to me recently and they said, I feel like I'm being led to coach. I coach basically in what I do already. For me, it's about self-concept. And this is what I mean when I say this. And I want everyone who's watching and listening to get this. Once you make a decision about who you want to be, what you want to experience, what you want to do, once you embody that, even before the experience takes place, you will now begin to notice people, places, and things will show up in your life that match this new self-concept that you have. Mm-hmm. So I basically made a decision that this is who I am. You know, I came through religion, I came through mental health, but I was like, I am a coach. And so programs started to come to me, workshops started to come to me, people started coming to me. I got with a mastermind that showed me how to monetize my gifts and what I do. But the most important thing was, I am this. This is who I am. And then watching my reality show up in a way that validated who I said I am.
Well, we've got your website up, and I'm going to leave it up while you're talking so people can see it. But let's dive into who is a perfect client for you and how do you work? What's the work that you do to help them?
Yeah. Well, I have a lot of, my work I do is very intense at times because my last two clients have been literally on the brink of suicide. I was able to shift them within a week. We've talked about how my new daughter that I've adopted was someone who had cancer in her body. 3 weeks after sessions, cancer was gone. I've worked with someone whose father was on life support. They were at the point where they were considering pulling the plug. We communicated within 24 hours. Father was off of life support. So that's the extreme, right? So it can get really intense. But at the same time, I show people whether it's around relationships, which I'm a best-selling author on a book around relationships, or whether it's around money or around success, how easy it is to shift into that space, how easy it is to shift into that reality. Oftentimes what we think, Chason, is that I have to do something out there, and that becomes a part of it, right? But first, I need to go to the place in consciousness, whether you want to call it mind or consciousness, they're all just pointers to the same, where I am abundant, where I do have a dynamic relationship. And if I'm having challenges in my present one, where I need to go to the place where we're doing amazing. Because everything, what I teach my clients, and I work with CEOs and corporations at the same time, but also sometimes I will see someone on social media and I will reach out to them and say, hey, we can shift this. So sometimes I do behind the scenes, stuff that nobody knows to help, create a shift in someone's life. But the basis of what I teach is everything begins in here, not out there. So me trying to bend the spoon, which is from my one of my favorite movies, The Matrix. Me trying to bend the spoon out there, it's going to be futile. It's going to end in struggle or me exhausting myself. But if I shift in consciousness, it gets projected onto the screen of time and space. Like even when you talked about me I was recognized as one of the top coaches here in Vegas. I wasn't even doing anything at that point. I was going through my own kind of healing journey where I shifted from the manifest coach to the Ascension coach. But I started getting all these invitations. I started getting all these accolades, and I'm like, I'm not even on social media like that. Right? But the energy that you in, as I said before, reality begins to form around you to match your vibration, your energy, your frequency.
Absolutely. And thank you for Jody. Thank you, Christine Bell. Thank you, D. Grant Smith, the rock star, having all of these people from the Hounds in. We love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. It was a great session today that we were part of.
Yes.
It was fantastic to see everybody. So now you've got people that are seeking you out, and you hadn't even started. And I remember this journey because when we first met in 2022 and 2023 being this change and this manifestation and transformation for you. So seeing some of these things happening and then having you come back around and taking your journey and being able to help other people with their journey. Let's talk about do you have programs designed for certain things? Let's dial in a little bit so that people know how to get in touch with you. You're on LinkedIn, you're here, you're part of the Hounds. So talk about what that training looks like for somebody.
Let me first say this. For everybody I'm connected to knows how amazing you are. But one of the things I want to just give you your flowers right now. On my healing journey, it was 2023. Every other month or so, you're reaching out to me, and I'm not in a place to reach out to anybody. Like I'm literally in my healing journey, and you were consistently reaching out to me. Hey, we need to jump on a call, and I'm not even answering you, Chason. I'm not even, and obviously I love you, so it wasn't out of that. It was just out of I'm in this healing journey. And so as I started to get to the place where I can, now I'm able to reach out to people. I reached out to you, but I love you. And when I talk to people about you, this is what I tell them. I was like, I just love him because he was consistently saying, hey, let's connect. Hey, I haven't heard from you in a while. And I'm just like silent, like I want to reach out, but I'm just not ready yet. So to now answer your question, it's more of I have a method called the crib method, and I'm usually running people through this. And the crib method is based on this. C stands for consciousness, going to the place in consciousness that you are experiencing already what you want to experience. R stands for reaction, being mindful not to react. This is humongous. This is humongous, and this is where a lot of us miss our manifestation by reacting to. The C is for consciousness. The R is for do not react to what you do not want. The I is for stop identifying with thoughts or with the emotions that are not consistent with how you see yourself or how you want to live life. And so thoughts that come up around unworthiness, around this is not going to work out for me, those are not you. Those are not who you are. That's like watching a movie. Just let it go. Let it keep going across the screen of your mind. Stop identifying with it. So consciousness, don't react, don't identify, don't believe. Any thought that shows up that is not consistent with how you want to experience your life, it's really knocking on the door, asking for permission to express itself. But you can say, no, I'm not letting you in. I'm not letting you in. This is going to work. I am worthy. I am already experiencing what I want to experience, etc. So, and I think this is the test, though I don't like to see things in terms of
We lost you there for a second, but hopefully you will be right back. It is great to be talking with James. And one of the things that I really loved when I first met James was the fact that he spoke to me as if I were someone he'd known forever. And we made that connection immediately. So yeah, I'm glad that you are back. It's great to see you. And I know the audience is glad because they don't have to listen to me for another 15 minutes. Talk about.
and I think it's a perfect example. Like, I have a great relationship with the universe. That moment of being whatever happened technically is really the defining moments in our lives. For me, it was the technical difficulty. For you, it may be that client that said that they were going to sign up, didn't sign up. The question becomes, how are you going to respond? How are you going to respond? Are you going to go, oh my God, I'm losing it. It's all falling apart. I thought this was, or are you going to go, what? You know what? This may be the appearance of, but this is not the truth. Yeah. This is not the truth. And one of the things I didn't get to, for lack of time, I didn't get to talk about being in the wilderness in February of last year. But one of the things that came through me during that time was the spiritual journey is about learning not to judge according to appearances. So I'm going to finish the crib thing. C is for consciousness. R, don't react. I, don't identify. B, don't believe. But then the last one is follow your bliss. Follow your bliss. Go play. Go play.
You know I love that. You know I love that. I love that. And you know what? It's entirely up to you, but we have the time for you to tell that story about you being in the wilderness. I would love for you to tell that. I know that D. Grant, Mike, Isabel, Christine, Jody, anybody that's here, anybody that sees this, I told you the live that we did yesterday, maybe 15 people showed up. Already today, almost 700 views on YouTube. Wow. People are going to want to hear this story, my friend. Please tell you about the journey in the wilderness.
Absolutely. So it was around November 22, December, January. I am at a dark place in my life. Broke up with my girlfriend at the time. And now I'm experiencing this strange energy. I'm thinking I'm going to be good, but now I'm having suicidal ideations. I'm calling suicide hotlines. I remember having a conversation with my sister. I said, sis, if I had a gun, I would take my life right now. And so I knew I needed to get some help for me. And so Jesus, coming through religion, Jesus is always my model. Though I don't identify with Christianity or religion, Jesus will always be my model. So I remembered him being in the wilderness for 40 days. That's what I need to do. I went on Airbnb. I looked at places in the woods, by creeks. I ended up in a shack in Auburn, Kentucky. I had to catch an Uber from Tennessee Airport, even to get there, as the driver's taking me deeper and deeper and deeper into the woods. I'm like, where? I'm like, nope, this is what I wanted. This is what I wanted. No creature comforts. I told family and friends, I said, I will only take a call from my daughter, but hopefully she won't need me. So I spent 40 days fasting, something called darkness retreat, where you're spending the whole days in darkness, journaling, studying near-death experiences, because my thought was, I need to be here so I can connect with soul. Watching NDEs or near-death experiences was for the purpose of, okay, what does it look like when someone is fully connected to their soul, independent of the body, independent of their mind? And what came out of that experience after my 40 days was I just felt so extremely powerful and enlightened and aware. Even the way I look at reality now is so much different. But I learned things like we call Earth Gaia transitioning from fear and survival to love and bliss. I understood, parallel realities, and not just something that's woo-woo, but actually some of these things are backed up by science. Understanding that love is all there is, that even when you see tumultuous experience like a breakup, like a heartbreak, that the root of that is still love. How to shift into your desired reality, that you never really attract anything. Law of attraction is not really a thing. Everything exists in you. You're one with everything. And so you're just projecting. You're not attracting anything. You're projecting what you are experiencing in consciousness. And so much more came out of that, it's just continued to grow since then. And that's why I spent 2023 kind of off the grid, learning how to articulate this message. That was really the big thing. It got to, okay, I'm getting all of this. How do I convey it to other people?
Yeah. And what did you come out with other than, I know what you're teaching. So what did you come out with? Like, what was the real thing that just stuck with you and was like, this is something that I have to communicate?
Yeah, the message, the strongest message that ever came out of me during that experience, and it came through me, was the spiritual journey. So I said this just a few minutes ago. The spiritual journey is to learn not to judge according to appearances. Nothing is what we think it is, but it becomes what we believe it is. So again, if I'm struggling in my business and my relationships and money and health, it's not what we think it is, but if you believe that, that's going to be your reality. You get to, and then I see life differently than a lot of people. Most of us see life as rigid, solid, fixed. This is just what it is. I personally see life as malleable, as changeable in a moment, that it's always responding to me, that it only becomes what I believe it becomes. But I get to reject anything that my mind tells me, anything that my emotions tells me, and I get to go, no, this is even an experience that's not our preference. It is still there, leading us to our desired outcome. It just doesn't look like it in that moment. But if we respond to it negatively, like, woe is me, you will never experience anything that you're not the vibrational match to. So if I'm living life as if the sky is falling, I'm now at that vibration. But if I just go, you know what? This is working for my good. I just don't see it right now. We're still opening ourselves up for amazing things to happen.
Yeah, don't be stuck. I mean, everybody has their own journey, and we all have those things that kind of make us pause.
Yeah.
And the key is what we do after that point.
Absolutely.
Once we've identified what's going on and how we can adjust our mindset, how we can change the narrative, that's huge.
That's huge. Huge.
So as we get to a place where we're winding down the conversation, I want to give you the opportunity to tell people more about your speaking, your coaching, how they can get in touch with you. I'll put your website back up here again. Yeah. And let's talk about that for the last little bit of our show, so that you have, I want people to be able to see you and speak with you. And oh man, I mean, I just want for other people to be able to experience some of the things that we get to experience in the hounds being around you and myself. So Thank you for being a partner with HR4U. Thank you for being on the show. But, tell us about your coaching, your speaking, and how people can get in touch with you. Right down here, folks. I don't have Mike and them. They are like fantastic. They put up a QR code. I don't know how to do that yet. I'm gonna get there. But I don't know how to do that yet. So
So the people I work with, and you can get to my calendar, and actually I'm going to open it up. I'm going to open up my calendar for 15 minutes conversation with whoever shows up. If you're dealing with something in your life, you're like, I have all of these amazing things that have happened for me. I've come a long way, but I'm still feeling unfulfilled. Or maybe you're like, James, I'm hurting from this heartbreak, or I myself is going through depression. Convince me, show me how this is supposed to be working for my good. James, I'm doing everything that everybody else is doing, but I'm not experiencing success. My money story is the same as it's ever been, though I know I'm good at what I'm at. Definitely for 15 minutes, just 15 minutes, hop on, go to the link that Chason put up, go to my calendar, click the 15-minute session, just to go, you know what? I want to see how this is working for me, James. I want to, I don't get it right now, how this is for my good. And allow me the opportunity to show you how life is showing up for you and not against you. So
that's fantastic. I don't want to cut you off, but I do want Dina asked this great question. That's not it. Here it is. How did you choose to move into Ascension coach?
I chose to do that when I came through that wilderness experience, when I recognized I am seeing life from this ascended perspective, where I'm recognizing that, and this may rub some people the wrong way, and I'm okay with that, where I'm seeing myself as connected with the divine. I and my Father are one, that I am God, that I am an aspect of the divine, and understanding my inherent power to shift into whatever reality that I choose. And so as I continue to ascend, I was like, no, I need to shift this from the manifest coach, because this is something infinitely greater than that, to the ascension coach, where now we're talking about, again, shaping your reality into whatever you desire it to be, but also recognizing who you are as a living soul, not this living body, not this character avatar, but who even the Bible says who you are as a living soul.
Karen said it best. I have to put this back up. You've got fans all over the place, my friend. It's not, she's tuning in from Toronto, Canada, the Carrington show. And I got to tell you, thank you, Dina, for the question. She says, thank you for the answer.
Yeah.
You opened up your calendar. People, get on this.
Yeah.
Get on this. Tomorrow, tonight as this is going through, and tomorrow as Maroof is getting people to see this, I am telling you, you're going to have your calendar's going to get full.
Right. I know what I'm asking for. I'm like, Lord, okay. My calendar's already. My calendar's already full. It's going to be off it should be. If you really are serious about changing your life, shifting into your desired reality, my calendar should be full and crazy right now. All I'm saying is just listen. Let's have a conversation about it.
Oh my goodness. Hello, Randy. Hello, others that came in here. We are going to have just a few more minutes left. This last part, he's already answered part of this. I got to tell you, it's been so crazy, but he already gave me, as he said, I'm going to give you your flowers now.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm a flowers kind of guy. Those that know, you don't let this burly, hockey, scarred up, exterior. I love to garden. It is cathartic. I have wild roses out front. I'm telling you, I will get into it. Oh my goodness. It is great to have you say that. But why in the world did you join HR4U as a partner?
First, because, and this is what I teach when I teach business. It's about the person. right? Like every movement is centered around a person. It's definitely you, Chason. Like your level of integrity, your level of compassion, and like I told you, I would see you message me or email me. Like, how do you not become a part of something that's connected to you, but even your broader vision in serving people and the importance of relationships over, I want to get something from you, or this is what I can do for you. First of all, it's unprecedented, especially from platforms like LinkedIn. But how could you not want to be associated with that?
Man, I appreciate you. I appreciate you being on the show. I appreciate you being a partner. I loved hearing about your journey, and it's my privilege to learn more about you and your family, talking about your sweet mama. And I'm just, you are a true gem. The fact that you even opened up your calendar so that people can book. People have already booked. Dina just booked. I mean, so thank you, people that are here. Thank you for the people. Maruf's going to make sure that we get this out and a bunch of people get to see this, my friend.
I love it.
We've got some great people helping us with our YouTube channel. It's fantastic. And we are growing. So I am so thrilled to have you on here. It's been my privilege to be talking to you today, this evening. And I can't wait to be able to meet you in person, my friend.
Yes.
I cannot wait.
Yes.
Thank you, everybody that's been here tonight. We're going to give it up. One more round of applause for James Valentine. That's it. Slowly come down like that. All right. Thank you, everybody, for showing up tonight. Thank you, Hounds of Business. Thank you, Mike, and everyone else. We appreciate you. We appreciate everyone showing up, and we will see you next time. Have a great week. We'll see you tomorrow for Funky Friday.